Hi there, welcome to Floating in Dreams. This is going to be my monthly haul for May. Welcome to everybody watching today. Thank you so very much for joining me. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you all the new and bits I have for May, which is going to include the 3 eyeshadow palettes that I'm going to be testing out straight away for you in May as well. So this haul is going to be very up to date because I have already even filmed with some of the products you're going to see in this video today. And some of them are on my face as well. So let me get to the products that I will be testing out for you very, very soon, or that you will have already seen me film with. So first things first, I was lucky yet again that MONOLITH was very kind to me to send me 2 eyeshadow palettes. And this time I got to pick out of a list of 5 palettes. And like I said, in my monthly, the new makeup releases video I do every month, if MONOLITH would offer me the Green Goddess palette by Beauté, I would buy it, or I would select it, and that's exactly what I did. So I didn't pay for these 2 with my own money, just to be fully transparent. I am affiliated with MONOLITH, and if you shop through them using my code, you can get 5% off as well. So just so you know. But I do also still shop from them myself as well, but at the rate they're sending palettes to me, I'm not even sure if I have to by the end of the year. But yeah, the Green Goddess by Beauté. I've only swatched it so far, so this is going to be on the review pile for eyeshadow palettes for May. May is a slightly longer month, so I always feel a little bit more secure putting some bigger things in there, and I still have the Lovers palette and the Beauty Below palette, the Blend Bunny Beauty Below and the Lovers from Cosmic Beauty, which were sent to me in PR by MONOLITH last month, which I haven't tested out yet. So those I knew already I was going to test out, but yeah, this is going to be on the to try pile. It's an overall green with these peachy tones in. It seemed really interesting. It had some really nice shifty shades in there as well. And I have been low-key falling in love with Beauté as a brand ever since I tried the Poison Garden last year. Tried the Realm of Fairies in March. It was my favorite palette I tried all month. And in May, I'm going to be testing out the Green Goddess. So I hope that this is going to be as consistent as the other palettes that I tried from the brand. And then I wasn't sure what I was going to do for the second palette, because I was able to pick out 2. And then out of everything that was on the list, I was like, you know what? I just want to give it another try. Adept Cosmetics Emo. And now that I've swatched it, I'm like, oh, this color story is absolutely beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This is what she looks like. This is the Emo palette, like I said. And this is Natasha Denona packaging. It's the same. I have a Natasha Denona palette right here. It's the exact same. The Natasha Denona is a bit chunkier, but it also has the little tabs in the back where you can push the pans out if you'd want to. I'm not sure if the size is exactly the same, but if not, then maybe we're going to have to MacGyver an Adept / Natasha Denona palette at some point. If these were to fit into the... I don't think so. I think the Natasha Denona palettes are less square than this. Let me see if I open it up. Yeah, that's not going to fit. That would be great. These are square and these are rectangular, so that's not going to fit. But yeah, this is going to be something I'm very excited for to try. Adept is not my favorite brand. I've established that by testing out a couple of their palettes. I've also decluttered some. I already had a palette by them expire on me. So for me, Adept is a bit, especially for how much this goes for. This, because it was listed on my, on the paper that they put in your box, this retails on MONOLITH for €93.50. I'm not sure if that's worth it. I'm really not sure. It does have holographic shades in, and I think that that's something we're seeing a lot of indie brands do right now. It's multi-chromes are out, we've done those, it's fine, and now everybody's starting to do holographics. And holographic shimmers are, of course, another step up in the shimmer game, and I think this has 3 of them. Yeah, it's got 3. It's got this really dark one, it's got this blue tone one, which is silver, no, it's silver, no, it's blue and purple, and then it has gold and pink, and it has these beautiful sparkles, which I cannot possibly show you in this, and then this is also a holographic. So that's probably where the price point comes from, because they do these really expensive shimmers. in their palettes. The only shade I really don't love is this yellow tone gold. We know that. But what's left is actually a really good cool tone palette. So I can't wait to play with this, to see what it does. And in a way, I'm not sure if I'm the only person who sees this, but it's giving Urban Decay Vice palettes. And those were some of my favorites back in the day. I still have mine. So yeah, something about this just intrigued me, and I was like, you know, this way I can test it out for the channel, let you know my thoughts. I do enjoy what Adept does, but it's just so many shimmers, and it's so many sparkly things that when you start putting things together on your eyes, it's not gonna look good. And that's my main downside. I was like, just give me half this palette, make it a 9-pan. It's going to be cheaper, it's going to be easier to work with. If this was 2 9-pans, it would work better. So I don't know, for me this Adept is just, it's always a bit too overdone compared to what I want to do with my makeup. So that's why I'm not sure I'm gonna love this, but I'm gonna give it a whirl because I want to test this out for you guys. And then I did buy an eyeshadow palette myself because I couldn't get this out of my head. The Nomad Chamonix Après. I think that's how you're supposed to say it. I don't know if my French is okay. Is it French? I don't know. It looks French. But, oh yeah, Chamonix Mont Blanc. Après-ski party. Okay. But I don't usually with Nomad, the box is different than the palette, and it's not this case, but since I still have the boxes for all of my other Nomad palettes, I decided to stick this one in there as well. And now I have it in, and I swatched it, and I'm like, why did I even doubt whether I was gonna love it? The thing that made me doubt, I know exactly why, were these berry tones. But they're pinky berries, so they pull more cool toned. And we all know how much I love a green, blue, and purple color story. And this is giving that exactly to a T, with beautiful shimmers. And what I love so much about Nomad is how soft their formula is. Not in terms of I stick a brush in and there's powder everywhere, but it's so easy to work with. It's blendable. There's interesting shimmers here, but nothing is going to feel super flaky. If you compare, if you look at the Bella Beauté bar one, you can see how chunky some of these are. Those are going to be a nightmare to pick up with a brush and to blend them and to play with. But that's why I appreciate Nomad so much, because they also have some shifty things in here, but then it's more subtle. So I know this is going to pick up with a brush really, really well. This is far more purple than I thought, initially based on pictures I had seen online. These are the only blue tones you really get. Loads of greens, and then pinky tone berries. I'm so glad I bought this one because I was missing out, in my opinion. So that is going to be another palette I'm also testing out for you in May, because I felt you know what, I have 5 new eyeshadow palettes that are in. 5 palettes a month is a good number for me to test out new palettes, but also be able to go back to older things. So the Chamonix Après-ski is going to be another new to me eyeshadow palette that I will be reviewing for you by the end of this month. And then I placed 2 cheeky orders because I wanted to buy these products for videos. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to place the orders now and film the videos in April, and that included a little Sephora order. So I kept it quite minimal because these were the only things that were on my wish list. I was like, yeah, of course I can buy more stuff, but this is really the only things I'm looking for. And 2 of them are on my cheeks today because I wanted to do a full face makeup look with Fenty Beauty, but these 2 products were impossible to get for me. They were only available to me through the official Fenty Beauty website, which is located in the US, super expensive with shipping. The shade of the Demi Glow highlighter that I needed for my complexion, it's called Pretty Purlz. This was out of stock every single time I found it in store. Every single time. I tried this, when did I first try this in store? September of last year. And the lady put the shade up on my cheeks as well, but it was far too dark, so I knew I needed this. Everywhere I went, I would look at this product and it was always this one shade was out of stock everywhere, and they finally brought it back. So I snatched it up straight away, and it's the highlighter that is on my cheeks today. And this is it in natural lighting. So I did film the look with my studio lighting, and then things always look differently. And we're having a really nice, bright, sunny day today. So yeah, you can really see what this looks like. And then I really wanted to try one of the powder blushes from Fenty as well. I wanted the purple one, but for some reason the purple shade is only available through the Fenty Beauty website. Like, what's going on? Like, this blush also took forever to get to Europe. Like, it was out in the States so much quicker than it was over here. But I decided to go with the next best thing. This is Wattabrat, and this shade is described as a lilac on some websites where I found it. It doesn't look lilac in the pan, it looks pink. But then when you put it on the cheeks, yes, it's pink, but it has a bit of a blue tone. It has a really beautiful shimmer to it that makes it look far more cool toned on the cheeks than it does in the pan, because it looks like a warm pink, but it really, really isn't. Like, I've got bronzer on as well, so that's going to make my blush look a bit more warm toned, but it's really, really beautiful. And it was a lot more subtle than I had expected as well. So these are gonna have to go into a Shop My Stash at some point so I can really, really test them out and give you my full review in a blog post later this year. And then just to round out the order, because we were there anyways, I bought the Rare Beauty, what's this called? Liquid Contour in Gentle. So this is the lightest shade, which is a thing where everybody's like, it looks so cool toned in the pan, and then I blend it out and it looks far more warm toned. I don't have that issue because this already looks warm toned to me. The reason why it looks cool toned isn't because of the product, it's because of the bottle. That frosted bottle look, that's what makes it look differently. But when I like pull it out, like if you just look at what this looks like, you can see the yellow undertone. You can see it straight away when it comes out. So I knew that going into it, but I love Rare Beauty. And I love their bronzer stick already, but I love their liquid products even more. So it's like, if this is like the liquefied version of the stick bronzer, this is going to be so much easier to apply. And it gives you heaps of product, like with all of the bottles that they do. Yeah, this is almost 15 milliliters of product. This is going to take forever to use up. So I just thought that this could be a nice addition. I'm probably going to use it as bronzer, not as contour though, because we all know I love a contour as bronzer. And then another cheeky order I did, which again I did so I could film a video with MAC lipsticks. I still had a couple of MAC products on my wish list ever since I rediscovered MAC lipsticks earlier last year. Like about a year ago, I went and caved and bought all the MAC lipsticks, and I also had to repurchase some of my older MAC lipsticks because those had expired and I had to declutter them last year. And that made me go into a MAC counter and like swatch things again. I was like, these are some really good things. And it was right about the same time that MAC redid their matte lipsticks, and then later in the year, they redid their satin lipsticks. So now all the shades are different. And I discovered lip liners last year as well. So I was like, I need 2 more and then I'm good, because now I have all the MAC lip liners I want. And now I also have all the MAC lipsticks I want. By the time you're seeing this video, I may or may not have already filmed my MAC lipstick collection video, because that is sort of the plan. I still have some of my old things, but I also have been buying some of the newer things, as I mentioned, also to replace things that had gotten old. So I decided to buy Night Moth lip pencil, and I also bought Cherry lip pencil, because I don't really have, like, I have a good red pencil, but I feel like Cherry will be really, really good with red carpet, no, not red carpet red, Russian red. That's the red lipstick I have from MAC, because the red lip liner I have is a Kiko one, and it goes really well with my Lisa Eldridge lipstick in Velvet Ribbon. But Velvet Ribbon is so much more blue tone than this is, so this is a bit more muted than the Kiko lip liner is, so I think that will be better. And then lipstick wise, I went with Diva Danger, because I've been going on this like more vampy lip color kick for myself, because I had decluttered so many of my vampy lipsticks. And I was like, I'm missing vampy lipsticks. I want a vampy lip and I don't have any. And D for Danger wasn't one I had at the time. I had Diva, but Diva is no longer around, and D for Danger seems to be like the closest thing that they still do. that is comparable to Diva, because that's else I would have bought that one. And then another thing I used to own was a shade called Pink Plaid. It was a matte, but it was this really pale blue toned pink tone. It was a really pretty cool tone. It was a little bit light for me, I'm not gonna lie, but I was like, you know what, now that I have lip liners, maybe I do like a shade like that on myself. Of course they discontinued it, but then in their satin range I found the shade called Pink Peppermint. So other people will probably go for Snob, that they still do, but that has too much white in it for me. So this is a bit more pink, but it's very light and blue heavy. Like, I don't know, I have a vision that with a lip liner that I have, like something like grayish, I think with this lipstick is going to look awesome on me. So those are things I still need to test out. So that's why I'm like, will I already have that video up for you before this video, yes or no? Because it is an option for me to film that video for you before this video goes up, or I'm gonna do it later in May. So that time will tell, you could say. If I have other ideas of what I want to film, then I'm going to prioritize that probably over that MAC lipstick collection. But yeah, we'll see how things run. I kind of like wing it very often. Like, I'll make a list of all the videos I want to do in a given month, and then I always switch it up. I always end up doing things differently from the way I had planned it. Oh well. But yeah, those were all of the bits that are new in for May. I already mentioned a few times that I'm a little bit makeup out. So I'm just buying things for videos at the minute. Like also for like next month, like I always plan out my purchases so that I have the budget, and then I look at how much AdSense will be coming in, and that's how I sort of plan what I purchase. So the next purchases are probably going to be some things that I want to use either this month or in June, and that's how I sort of keep the train rolling now. There isn't anything else on the wish list, but I have heard that Lisa Eldridge is coming back with blushes in May. If that happens, I know I need to buy some of those because I missed out on the blushes when they first launched. So if those are coming back like for summer, I definitely want to get like 2 or 3 of those. But yeah, there's just no other makeup that's being like, I'm just depending now on what's newly launched and if there's anything that's interesting to me. And then I go out and buy it. Like I plan it and then I buy it. That's sort of the way the thing works for me. So yeah, that's what I did with my budget this month. Some PR, so thanks again to MONOLITH for sending me some products my way. And then of course a couple of bits that I did purchase with my own money to keep the review train rolling, because that's the way this channel does work. Like, you do need to talk about new products from time to time in order to keep a YouTube channel alive. It's just the way it is. But yeah, I also talk a lot about older things, in case you don't know. If you don't watch my Shop My Stashes, you probably don't, but I do a Shop My Stash every single month, and I always use loads of things that I've used before. So I also use things up, I hit pan on things. It's the whole thing. I just don't do dedicated videos to project panning or anything like that. But yeah, it's definitely a part of my channel. So if you want someone who does use their products, then maybe consider subscribing. I'm just doing a nice little plug here at the end for my own channel. So thanks for being here today. Thumbs it up if you liked it. And if you would like to subscribe, then you can stay updated for when I post new videos. Thanks again for watching, everyone. Take care. Have a great day. Bye-bye.